Is Draymond Green going to rebound after his ejection? Is John Morant in Memphis going to tie up the series? Let's find out. Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Craigman, AK Cashcake, back with another NBA Prizepicks video. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the Golden State Warriors and Memphis Grizzlies game. Again, I got 4 plays for this game as well. Again, I would spread these out, maybe play one or two with the Milwaukee game, just kind of mix and match these. With the playoffs, we kind of just have to read what these teams are going to do. And this game, I think it's a little bit easier to read maybe on the Memphis side than on the Golden State side in terms of just players, because first you have Steve Kerr. He can do whatever he wants to. He is so hard to read in the league when it comes to coaching decisions. But then you just have like game one, Jordan Poole went absolutely nuts. Is it going to be a Curry game? Is it going to be a Klay Thompson game? So those 3 guys are really hard to predict who's going to do what. So I tend to like to stay away from those 3 in particular when doing some of these plays when all 3 are out there. But I do think we can go to Draymond here. So we'll talk about one that I like here. But hey, if you like these videos, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification so you know when the videos are uploaded. The lines do move. Let's dive into it. Let's go. All right, NBA Prizepicks back up on the desktop here. They have a slick mobile app you can download as well. Again, we're going to be talking specifically about the Golden State Warriors Memphis Grizzlies game. Man, John Morant had a chance to win that game 1, but great game all around. I don't know. What are your thoughts about Draymond Green getting ejected? Do you think it was called for? When I first looked at it, I didn't think it was called for. I still don't think it was. He should have been ejected in a playoff game like this. But I do think it was definitely excessive, the way he hit him in the face. Not so much the way that he had his jersey and tried to help him from falling, but he did smack Clark in the face pretty damn hard. So I don't think it was ejection worthy. NBA is so soft, but that's what they do. And if it was a regular season game, he would have been ejected. So I understand if you're trying to call him the same. He definitely would have been ejected in a regular season game, but in the playoffs, you kind of have to let it go. If there's no tension, it's not like Clark got up and got in his face or anything. He just took it and went on. So I think Green's going to come back here. And the reason I talk about him a little bit is that is play number 1 for me. Points, rebounds, and assists. I'm going right back to this. We're going to go Draymond Green over 22.5. Again, he did not play, he did not play a ton that game because he got ejected, right? And so I think he's going to come back with a little bit of vengeance here. He played 17 minutes that game. We should see 36 to 38 out of Draymond Green, especially in a close game. And this game's close in Vegas. We got Golden State favored by 2.5 with a 227.5 over under. Again, played 17 minutes and he had 13 points, rebounds, and assists. Where he had 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists in 17 minutes. If we just double that, he hits the over at 26. So I love this play at 22.5. I'm okay playing it up to even like 24. But yeah, I mean, he's going to play a ton. They play small, like as long as Triple J doesn't get into foul trouble, Draymond can get up on him a little bit, Now, Triple J is way more lengthy than he is, and Clark out there and the way they play, I think Draymond will be playing a ton of minutes as long as you don't get ejected. So I can see 35, 38 minutes out of Draymond here coming back. So the over 22.5, I always like taking some props on guys that are coming back from a game, either got ejected or had a bad game, especially in a game like this where he's very emotional. I think he can, put up over 22.5 pretty easily here. So I like Draymond Green over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. The next one we're going to talk about, we're going to go actually right next door here. We're going to go Triple J over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now this one comes with a caveat. Can the man keep his hands to himself? Because that is what it comes down to with Jaren Jackson Jr. Triple J, this dude loves to foul. He played 30 minutes against Golden State that first game, shot unbelievably, 10 for 18, 56% from the field, put up 33 points. So that alone would crush this. But he also picked up 10 rebounds and 1 assist. So he can definitely get some rebounds down there with if they do play small, he's just so lengthy. It just comes down to fouls, man. I wish you could learn not to foul. Like, his basketball IQ is like negative 2,000. Like, the dude, just watch some film and watch how stupid your fouls are. Like, I just can't. It's so infuriating when you watch him, because the dude has all the talent in the world and he doesn't need to contest half the shots he does. It's like, just stop. You don't need to. And it's just like, if he would stop, like, the dude fouled out 2 games in last series against Minnesota, and he had the other 3 games, he had 5. The dude had two games of 6 fouls, 3 games of 5 fouls, and then 1 game of 4. He only had 3 fouls against Golden State. If that continues and he plays 30 plus minutes here, he's going to crush this, because the guy is a phenomenal basketball player. But when your basketball IQ is the way it is, this happens. I mean, the coach has got to be just so upset with him. You want a guy to play aggressive, man. You do. But he takes it to a whole new level of the stupidity. So anyways, we're still going to go over this 23.5. It's just that caveat. Is he going to stay out of foul trouble? If he doesn't, well, you know what happens. But I still like the over 23.5, and if he figures it out, they need this game, hit a few threes here, he could hit this easily. So over 23.5 points, rebounds, assists. He's going to do mostly on the points and rebounds, not so much on the assist side. So the next one we're going to go to is we're going to come up still saying this points, rebounds, and assists. And I'm going Ja Morant here just because, they're going to try to slow this dude down, but he's going to just do everything he possibly can to even this up. And I fully believe that. He played 38 minutes in game 1, shot the ball 31 times, 14 for 31, 45%, had 34 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists, almost the triple-double. So he does a little bit of everything, right? I don't think he's going to shoot 31 times this time, but he could. I think he can get it done more efficiently, maybe a few more assists here. But I still think he's going to do everything he can because he can get to the hoop here. They don't really have anyone to guard the hoop, and it showed. Like, he will get there. So anyone they try to put on him, he's just too fast. So 43.5, I'm going to take the over here with the minutes he's going to play. They played Golden State 4 times this year. He had 42, 30, 42, and 53. Of course, this game 1 and the points, rebounds, assists. But he didn't play a ton of minutes in that game. He only had 30. He only played 31 minutes. We should see close to 40, if not more, out of this game to try to even it up. And I just like this number. Like, the number's at 44.5 out there in the books with the juice on the over at minus 120. So we get a full point here. I do like it. I wouldn't go over it at say, I would play it up to say 45, and I wouldn't play higher than that. So Ja Morant over 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Then the last one we're going to go to makes me want to vomit a little bit, but the numbers make sense. I do wish we had the Triple J over 1.5 3-pointers made, because that one I would smash all day long. But we don't have it, so we have to deal with what we got. And I think we're going to do it. And it's Dillon Brooks over 1.5 3-pointers made. I really dislike Dillon Brooks. The juice is on the over at minus 150 here, though. And he's hit this number in 3 of his last 5 games. Put up 8 3-pointers, just couldn't hit hardly anything. He still hit the over at 2 for 8. The shot started to fall a little bit in that second half. That first half, he really struggled. But he's shooting a ton, right? That one game he hit 5, he's 5 for 6. And then the game he only hit 1 here, he shot the ball 10 times. So he's shooting the ball a ton of threes. Only got to hit 2 of them here. I like this over. They're going to need his scoring. Hopefully his shot is falling that day and he can get us 2. But that 1.5 is just too low for me. I would play it up to 2. I wouldn't go over 2. That would be the top number for it. So if the line does move, I would play it at 2, because what the worst thing is going to happen is going to push. But I'm fine playing with 1. With the 3-point attempts he's made, or attempted 10, 6, and 8 in his last 3, we're going to continue to see this out of him. He's just got to knock down these shots. So, I could see them leaving him open even. Wouldn't surprise me. Steve Kerr is like, okay, leave that dude open and let him make a few shots before we start guarding him, because, again, he's a streaky shooter, but he should see some decent run here. Now, he was in foul trouble the last 2 games, 6 and 5. So he only played 31 and 30 minutes the last 2 games, but still shot 6 and 8. If he gets out of foul trouble, he plays 36, 37 minutes. We probably see the 10 3-pointer attempts. So I do like the over 1.5 here. Again, so we got 4 plays that we have on tap. Draymond Green easily is my favorite, over 22.5, coming back from that ejection that he had. Number 2, I'm going to go Ja Morant over 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then number 3, I'm going to go Dylan Brooks over 1.5 3-pointers made. And then Jaren Jackson over 23.5 points, rebounds, assists. The only reason I'm putting that in number 4 is just because he can't keep his damn hands to himself. So we're going to put him as number 4. But those are the 4 plays for this Golden State Warrior Memphis Grizzly game. Again, I will link the other video for the Boston-Milwaukee one right now as well, so you can see that up on the screen and click on that one. So with that, again, hit that like button on your way out. Appreciate each and every one of you, and enjoy your Tuesday. We're just going to keep this train rolling. Hopefully, we got a little bounce back from yesterday. And again, love these 2 games. Love this series. Let's go. Deuces.